Hey, yo, what's goody? New York, New York. All right, let's just listen to what Governor Hochul has to say.
And as soon as I saw the first photo of them carrying a long gun, I said, I don't think that's necessary. I want to make sure that.
All right, so what she's referring to, let's back up, is the National Guard and state troopers, along with NYPD and MTA, have been deployed into the subway system to kind of regulate what's going on. Last year, this time, there was one death, and already this year, there's already been two as of the recording of this video. So what they're doing is they're stopping people coming into the subway system. They're searching bags and all of that. I don't fully agree with that. I don't agree with it at all, actually. You know, that's a legal search and seizure, so I'm not on board with that. This is like the Patriot Act 2.0. All right, I remember back then, and I was actually in New York City at the time. People were just giving up their rights because they wanted safety or under the guise of safety. And if you check out what they've been doing in New York City, and I'll get to all of that, but if you check out what they've been doing, they're kind of making a problem and then they're claiming that they have the solution. All right, but let's get to all of this. So I believe that this guy right here is a state trooper. All right, you see him, he has the long gun. And then here we have a National Guardsman. He here has a long gun, and we'll get back to that a little later on. All right, let's get to the story.
Subway stations Thursday morning weren't shy of law enforcement officials patrolling the system. It's part of Governor Hochul's unprecedented effort to protect riders from rising crime and violence impacting the system lately.
Have you noticed just more officers down here?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I have noticed a lot more officers around. I'm not sure it could help the situation.
The best thing is to have more officers.
Here at the
All right, you heard him. The best thing is to have more officers, all right? You keep on giving up. You're not going to be able to get back things. All right, but let me cover this story first. So, National Guard, state troopers, MTA police deployed in New York City subways. All right, Hochul announced the move as part of her 5-point plan this week. This includes deploying 750 National Guard members, 250 New York State and MTA officers to flood the subway system. The NYPD is also ramping up more bag checks to 136 stations, covering nearly 1/3 of the system, and they will have 94 bag screening teams. I mean, that's a lot of force. One thing is, New York City, you have the problem with the crime. You're here locking up people or arresting them and then freeing them without bail. Like, you guys don't want the problem. NYPD, as far as I can see, they're doing their jobs. You know what I'm saying? But then you got the DAs and the judges releasing these people back out. You check out some of their some of these people's backgrounds that are caught. I'm talking about double digits when it comes to like being arrested and stuff. But then they're freed and nothing. And then now the regular citizens are crying out for more help, more protection. We want to feel safer. I don't know. It seems like a kind of a dangerous recipe. It seems like if, you know, you guys keep on asking and giving them more money for more power, you know, we remember. I hope people remember what happened in the early 2000s with the Patriot Act. Now the government could go through your text messages, your phones, they could tap into anything under the guise of, you know, Homeland Security and stuff like that. All right. Hold on. So people don't like it. All right. Our transit system is not a war zone. Bag checks have been around since 2005. So, you know, I'm not on board with that either. You're just walking, going about your business, and now they're just coming up and telling you got to go get your bag searched. You haven't done anything. You know, like if you don't have any constitutional rights. Isn't that the Fourth Amendment, illegal search and seizure? I had to take some notes, make sure I hit on stuff because this story is crazy to me. You know, yeah, but isn't that against the Fourth Amendment? You're over here just telling people go check it. I mean, I get it in TSA because you're going on planes and stuff like that. I get when they do it, but you're just going on a train. You know what I'm saying? What kind of precedent is this setting? You know, So somebody said, we want the judges to do when they have the opportunity to put a really bad recidivist to take them off the street after we do our job. The DA does their job and the judges do their job. I'm guessing that this is an officer saying this. That's what we want. You take care of those recidivists, crime will plummet in the city and the city will prosper, and we're still the safest city in the world. Yeah, like I said, lock the people up. When you get them, lock them up. But in spite of the National Guard being there, and we'll get back to the first clip where she was talking about the picture of seeing pretty much this one, seeing them with the long firearms. All right, but we'll get to that. But even though the National Guard is there, all of this is recent. All right, today's the 14th. On the 10th of March, all right, boyfriend arrested in NYC subway shove that amputated woman's feet. All right, this is a woman that was pushed onto the subway by her boyfriend, I guess, and had to have her feet amputated, bruh. And this is the National Guard that's in there. Look, 1 day ago, okay, I hope y'all can see that. 1 day ago, this clown over here is lighting cans with some liquid with fire and throwing it at people. And the guard is still there. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, there's so many angles to this story. I mean, I get it that people want protection, but at what cost? But then again, New York City has you've handicapped all of your citizens. No citizen's able to defend themselves in New York City. And if you do, you're probably going to go to jail, even if you were the one defending yourself. This is one recently. Let me just read the story. Breaking, a man is in critical condition after being shot in the head inside the Hoyt-Schermerhorn subway station around 4:45 p.m. This is in Brooklyn. NYC subway crime shot up nearly 20% this year, driven by jumps in murder, robbery, assault, burglary, and grand larceny. All right, the National Guard is here. You know what I'm saying? Or at least they say that they're there. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm saying, is this all a show where,
new video.
Is this all a show where they're telling us that they're there? Let me just check out the clip.
Some new video right now into our newsroom showing the moments after that terrible shooting inside a subway station in Brooklyn. It shows people on a train. Watch this. They're ducking for cover, trying to hide. As we've been reporting, one person was shot in the head. It happened at the Hoyt-Schermerhorn station. One person, we're told, is in police custody. Obviously, terrifying for people on this train, as you can see. What would you do? They're calling for workers to close the subway doors. New York City cops scheduled to provide an update shortly on the shooting, and we will, of course.
Yeah, so, they've already handicapped New York City citizens. You can't protect yourself. You can't do anything. They're going to take the person attacking you or criminal side over the regular civilian side. And they telling us that the National Guard is in the subway system. All three of those stories I just mentioned, all are recently since the National Guard has allegedly been there. So the stuff is still happening. Are they having people give up their rights, making this all a show, you know what I'm saying, to give up their rights? Is it something like that? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, the citizens do deserve to be safe in their city and about their everyday, everyday business going on and off the train. They do deserve to be safe, but also what policies have New York City, voted in to remove a lot of their rights? I don't know. I don't think that they should have to live like this. They voted to live like this. I do think that the searches by the National Guards and stuff like that are unconstitutional. But in the midst of all of this, okay, Kathy Hochul, who called in the military, is now banning the long guns for National Guard troops deployed in New York City subway bag checkpoints. Okay, so that's her biggest concern right now. And I get it to a degree, to ban the long guns. Now, my question to Kathy Hochul is, do you want the National Guard or not? Do you want the military or not? Are you saying that military-grade weapons are scaring people and you don't want it, but you still want the military to be there? I don't get it, because wouldn't if you want the military people there to show more force than the NYPD, why wouldn't you have them as equipped as they should be? If they come in there and they want to, and they're coming there in full uniform, if that's part of the uniform, what's the issue? But then at the same time, I could see somebody saying it's on the subway. It's a very, very small, congested area on these platforms. And, you know, maybe a rifle could be a little bit opening up, or the rifle could open up other people to being injured in a scenario. You know what I'm saying? I get that. That's where I more see that, you know. But again, you want them there to show force, and then they're there showing force, and then you're telling them, tone it down a little bit. So, you know, I'm kind of torn. You know, I'm interested to know whatever y'all thinking about this. If anything, let me see if I have any more thing I want to say. Yeah. I don't know. There's so many angles. Should the military be there in the first place? The National Guard, should they be there? Should they be searching people? As y'all see in this picture right here, should they be searching people that come onto the train to curb the crime that's going on in New York City? You know, is this all unconstitutional? Me personally, I think it's all unconstitutional. I think all people involved in this need to be brought to justice, whatever that means. And, you know, some sort of lawsuit needs to be taken against this, because I don't know. But then again, we remember back in 2001 with the Patriot Act, like citizens, they give us a problem, you know what I'm saying? And I come back to this, and that's why I said I'm all over the place with this story. They given a little problem in New York City, whereas DAs and judges are releasing all the criminals. You know, they're not holding them on bail, and then they put them back into the community. They repeat it again. You know, more victims, more people saying, hey, we need help. We need more protection. We need to feel safer in the city. You know, now they're bringing in National Guard, martial law. I don't know. Like, you know, then there's the angle that Kathy Hochul is saying, hey, I want the National Guard to come in, but don't come in here with your long guns scaring and intimidating everyone. You know, I don't know. Does it remind me of stuff that I've seen about Germany back in the 40s, stuff that I've seen? It's kind of reminiscent. You know, I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm more on the it's unconstitutional. I get it. There's a lot of crime in New York City, so that's why I'm kind of torn. But at the end of the day, I have to stay true to my morals, and I don't think that people should just be searched just because there's no suspicion of a crime. They haven't done anything, you know, just to go on the train, to go to work, you know, and I don't know. On top of that, y'all gonna have to be paying to go into the city, or y'all already paying a lot to go into the city if you live in New York City. If you stuck around this long in the video, as always, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like, drop a comment, join the conversation. Let me know whatever you think, and hit the subscribe button, because I heard there's another wavy wave spelled just like me, and you might not come across my page again if you're not subscribed. And without that, let me get to my final clip.
It's not racist.
Yes, it is.
If you as a black man write the N-word in a text message to me, and in my head I read that word, that's not racist.
Yes, it is.
Hey, yo, y'all be easy and stay wavy.